Hello, welcome. My name is Rudolph Okonkwo. April is a poetry month in the United States, and I hope wherever in the world you are that you take some time and read a poem or two during this period. We have invited our favorite writers to recite their favorite poems. And joining us on this special day is Professor Kendibe, who is, you guys know him, favorite writer and columnist. He's joining.
Before you, Mother Ridotto, naked I stand. Before your watery presence, a prodigal, leaning on an oil beam, lost in your legend. Under your power, with I am barefoot, watchman for the watchword at heaven's gate. Out of the depths, my cry, give ear and hearken.
My name is Osman Agbo, and I am the author of the bestseller Black Grit, White Knuckles, The Philosophy of Black Renaissance, as well as the riveting thriller, The Velvet Courtesan Chronicles. My good friend Rudolph Okonkwo asked me to name and recite my favorite poem. Well, I have quite a few, but one of my all-time favorite is titled Richard Cory. It was written by a gentleman named Edwin Arlington Robinson. The year was 1897, and it goes like this. Whenever Richard Cory went downtown, we people on the pavement looked at him. He was a gentleman from soul to crown, clean-favored and imperially slim, and he was always quietly arrayed. He was always human when he talked, but still he fluttered pulses when he says good morning and glittered when he walked. He was rich, yes, he was richer than a king and admirably schooled in every grace. In fact, we thought he was everything that made us wish we were in his place. And so we walked and waited for the light. We went without the meat and caused the breath. But Richard Cory, one bright summer evening, went home and put a bullet through his head. What a sad ending. Thank you.
My name is Nimi Wariboko. I'm the author of Kalabari Temetenyakwe. It is a collection of poems in the Kalabari Ijaw language. I have another collection of poems in English, tentatively titled The Soap Bubble, and it will soon be published by Gonica Editions in Canada. I'm here today to read to you a poem by William Carlos Williams, and it's titled The Red Wheelbarrow. So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow, glazed with rainwater beside the white chickens.
All right. Thank you so much, Professor Kendibe, for that wonderful keyboard poem. And thank you for being part of this.
It's my delight again. And thank you for doing this. And I hope that, as Rudolph suggested, all of us read not one, but several poems in April. Have a brilliant poetic month.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate this.
Lamentations of an African Child. And though born this day to live again, I have been born many times before, to live and learn the lessons of life. At times a man, at times a woman, at times the master, at times the slave, of various races and skin colors. Yet many past woes repeat today that puzzle even an African child. Take a ride with me into the past to see why the present is a gift. And I was born then to live again, and there I was with Chaka Zulu. We fought them off, but not for long. Our arrows could fly, but not too far. Our machetes could cut, but not too deep. Our shields were weak to their explosive shells. As they pulled the triggers of their guns, deadly shots rang and stopped our men. Though we fought hard, in the end we fell, never to rise, except in spirit. And I was born again to live again. Some others were born to motherland, some destined to fight for fatherland. Thomas Sankara, Nelson Mandela, Julius Nyerere, Patrice Lumumba, and many others. They stood for freedom for the people. Some gave their lives so others might live, so next generation might be great. And I am born now to live again. But here I am this time and age, witness to evils worse than the past. Fighting, killing, and oppression reign for sake of religion, politics, nepotism, and avarice. Countrymen are devoid of conscience, selling their votes to highest bidders, who in turn become sit-tight leaders, who turn state coffers into their purses, and masses are left to beg for crumbs. And now that I am born to live again, I see that we are still plagued with the past. But could our heroes have died in vain? For now in our land we are our foes, and seem not to have learned from the past. And a child like me may want to ask, why was I born in this time and age? But God could not have made a mistake. We must learn our lessons here as so, and build today what tomorrow will be. No one in life is just a victim. Today is the sum of journeys past. Today is the gift for tomorrow. For in it, we have the chance to build what may become of our days ahead. What we do with it is up to us. For as we make our bed, so shall we. Lie or lay, like or hate, live or die, we cannot escape the dawn that comes. The nature of our dawn is our making. For the dawn we meet is the dawn we've earned. See you in the next one.
By David Diop. Africa, my Africa, Africa of proud warriors, in ancestral savannas, Africa of whom my grandmother sings, on the banks of the distant river. I've never known you, but your blood flows in my veins, your beautiful black blood that irrigates the fields, the blood of your sweat, the sweat of your work, the work of your slavery. Africa, tell me, Africa, is this your back that is bent? This back that breaks under the weight of humiliation. This back trembling with red scares and saying yes to the whip under the midday sun. But a grave voice answers me. Impetuous child, that tree, young and strong, that tree over there, splendidly alone amidst white and faded flowers. That is your Africa, springing up anew, springing up patiently, obstinately, whose fruits bit by bit acquires the bitter taste of liberty. Whose fruit bit by bit acquires the bitter taste of liberty.